Let us continue with our lesson, and today we are going to learn about the Timber, the Android library, and which we can find in the GitHub slash Jack Watson slash Timber. And this is a great library which can be used with the log. So instead of log, we make use of a log class to log our like the debug or the error or info. We can make use of this Timber logging library, which is really useful. We can customize it. Customize means like when we can customize what we want to log, and whether we want to log in the release mode or we don't want to log in. So this all can be separated using a Timber, and this is a really great package we can make use. So let's go and see in action how we can utilize this Timber package to do the logging. So first of all, I will just go and take the, okay, so let me show you the usage over here. The two easy steps that we can install any tree instance that you want on create of your application. So we can extend the application class and make use of the on create and make a tree over there, instantiate the tree over there, and call the Timber static method anywhere on your app. So let's do it. So let's go down and let me grab the dependencies from here, and let me go back to the application, and let me go to the build.gradle over here, and let me add that dependencies, and also I will add the link to the particular URL, because if I want to find any package or the documentation, I can go back over there. So let me just paste it over here, and for this one I'll just cut it, and I'll do a double quote over here, and over here I will just say that this is our $sign and TIMBR Timber. And let's go back to the build.gradle, and over here I will just say TIMBR Timber, which is equals to, just paste this one and just synchronize that one. That should be okay. We have some error. Let me try to fix that one. What was the missing? So what was the missing? Did I miss something? Okay, so there is something. Timer. Okay, where is the timer? So TIMBER. I think that this should be Timber TIMBER. Sorry for that one. I just wrongly spelled it. Okay, so let me wait for this one to come up. So we are done over here, and let me go back, and let me create a new class. Okay, we'll create a new class and call this as to application, and okay, and let me add it to the Git, and I will extend this one with a application class. So when we extend it, then we can override the onCreate method over here, right? So we override the onCreate method, and we can make use of our Timber the tree to create an instance over here. So before we go and create an instance, let me do some customization, and we need to create two more extra classes over here. For that, let me go to the util, and over here let me create a new package, and I will call it this one as the log, and let me create two classes over here. So I'll just say debug debug tree, and that should be of the class added. And also let me add another class 2 over here, that should be of the release tree. That should be of the two class that we have over here. And let me open the debug tree first, and let me extend this one as the, we need to extend the Timber TIM Timber. Let me import that one, Timber dot, it should be of the debug tree. So let me add that one, and when we extend that one, we can override the create stack elements. So these elements can be used to return the element that we want to basically show on the log. So over here on when we want to return, I can just remove this section because I don't need it. Let's just say equals to, and over here I'll create a string template, and on the, I'll just open and close the bracket, and inside this I'll just make use of the string template $sign, and we can make use of this element. So it's the stack trace element. So with this we can get the information about the stack trace. So I'll just first we will get the file name. So file name basically the class name that we are getting, and also we will say over here that that's a double dot over here, and we will say dot dollar sign and open, and we will just make use of element dot the line number. So we will get the class name and the line number, right? So that should give us the class name and the line number, and after that we can just go and get the we will also get, let me create a element dot the, we can get somewhat like the method name. So we get the file name and the line number, and we can get the method name. Okay, so I think that should be fine. And yeah, that's it. We should return the file name, line number, and the method name. You can also go and return other, but I think it's better because this will create a link to a particular file. So basically what we are doing over here is we are creating, this will create a link for us. So whenever we have some log over there and we click on that particular link, it will take you to that particular file as well as the line number. So what we will do over here, and let me go to the release tree. In the release tree we also need to do the same thing. So I'll extend that particular TIMB timber, just alt and enter, sorry, alt and enter, and import that timber class dot, we will make use of the tree. So here we make use of a tree, not the debug tree, and we have to implement some of the member, and let me implement this log priority, and also I will override one more function over here, each loggable. Each loggable is over here, so I'll just override the two functions. And in the return type we'll say that I don't want to log, this is release tree. So whenever there is a release version of our application, we don't want to log like a debug, or we don't want to do a verbose or the info. So we just want to log the error, and later when there is an error we can just capture that particular error and send it for the analysis, like whether you are using some kind of analysis server for analyzing your crash. So we can make use of that. So for that I will just say the is loggable. So I don't want to log. So what I don't want to log is not priority. So I can check from priority, which is of equals to log dot info. So I don't want to log the info over here, or I can say the priority is of equals to log dot, I don't want to log the verbose, and or also I don't want to log the priority dot is priority, which is equals to log dot let's say verbose and the debug. So let's say we don't want to log for the info, verbose, and the debug in the release mode. And in the log, if you want to do something like if the priority dot the priority is of equals to log dot error, then we can just go and do something over here and do some log, to do some log, or you can submit to some analysis server, or else, right? In the else, or we can say else if the priority dot the priority, which is of equals to log dot the warning, sorry, warn, then we can go and do some kind of stuff over here, right? And do something something, and basically we can do this one, but depend on you. So I don't want to do any of the customized for the priority for the error and the warning, but you can do if you want to log it somewhere, like crash analysis or any of this. And let me go back to the to-do application over here. And in the on create, what we will do now is we will say that if the build config dot is a debug. So if it is a debug, then we are going to make configure it with the timber alt and enter dot plant. Let us plant it with the debug, the debug tree that we have, debug debug tree that we have customized. And in the else part, we can say that timber dot plant. We can plant the tree, so we will say that this is of a debug. Sorry, not debug. It should be a release tree, and that should be good. So now the next is that we need to implement this to the application in our manifest. So I'll just call it that as the name each of the to-do application. So we need to add it over here, otherwise it's not going to work. We're extending the application class. So whenever the application gets created, so this will be set up for us. And now we are ready to make use of the timber. So for that, let's go to something like where we can do it. Let me go to the auth, because auth is the one, and also the plus. Maybe we can see whether we have make use of any log over here. Let me see whether we are using any log. Okay, here is no log. So let me go to the login activity. Okay, so I think we go to the home and the home fragment. Okay, so we have a log here, and now you can see it will give some says that the log instead of using log instead of timber. So now we can make use of a timber. So how do we make use of a timber over here? Okay, so that we have just two. So I can just say over here timber and just import that package and just alt and enter, and timber.e, and I can just remove this tag because we are not going to need that tag anymore, because the timber itself will be available to provide the class that we are working on. And also we will do for this one. So let's say timber, sorry, not that one, timber timber dot, we don't need the tag, so we can remove the tag. And okay, so let's make use of it. And now I will go to the let us run our application. So that's the home fragment, right? So we are in the home fragment. You can just go and replace for all of the log that we have make use. So let's just run the application for now, and I just want to test and show you how the logging is done now. So we can go to the log cat, and we will just filter it out by let me filter it by the class or the package name. So package name would be better. Sudo app, I just filter out by this one, and let me filter out by the verbose. Okay, so let us wait for the application to come up. Okay, so the application is running, and what we will do now is we will go to the logcat over here, and what we will do is, okay, let me open the app, and I think somewhere we have logged over here, right? And here, so it's a long click or a single click. So for that, let me try to click over here. Okay, that's good. I think we have logged it, and you can see it's logged over here, and you can see that we have a link over here, and when we click on that one, it will send you to the particular line number. So that's great, right? So using our timber library, we were able to customize how we can log, and we did some customization, and this is particularly a build version of the debug. So if you go to the build version, that is particularly we are on a debug, and if you go to the application, we have configured it to run the debug tree and on the debug, and in the release we are going to make use of a release tree. So that's all for this lesson, and hope you enjoyed this one. Let's meet up in the next lecture. Till then, have a great day.